Cashless Society here, bringing you another video on the inevitable world of digital assets, and let's get started. Alright, this video is going to be about, I'm just going to go through Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Chainlink, and I'm just going to talk about where I can see the price getting to and why. And also at the end, I'm going to scroll through this coin market cap list and just point out a few crypto projects that I think are going to have a lot of hype and speculation behind them because of community and everything like that, and ultimately we'll probably see some pretty crazy price action. So let's get started. Alright, so first, taking a look at Bitcoin, it's dragging along right here, but really it's just consolidating, and it's found a pretty realistic price, I would say, at this point in time. I think later on into this year, November, December timeframe, that's when you always see this market pump and have a lot of price action behind it. And I think you're going to see a push towards 20,000 around November, December, probably December, but ultimately a failed attempt at making a new high. But I think you'll see it settle around 17,000 and then proceed through the first quarter to make a new high and so on, leading to July, August time frame of 2021. I see it getting to about 50,000 in that period, and then ultimately by December of 2021, I think we'll be around 100,000, maybe December, January, 100,000. And that's just my realistic target. I think 100,000 is fair, but I would not be surprised to see it have a couple massive candles that wick up, maybe 200, 300,000, even land somewhere in between there, but with a quick retracement. That's just, how I see it playing out, and I'll show you why. I'm not sure if you've ever looked at the stock to flow ratio chart, but it's been very accurate with Bitcoin and price prediction up to this point. This is because, unlike any other project, Bitcoin has basically programmed deflation. You can almost anticipate where the price is going to be, because price is an equation of supply and demand, and Bitcoin has programmed supply reduction. So after every halving up to this point, halving in 2012 right here, a quick pump up, got over $100, consolidated, and got to 1,000. Next halving, as soon as you see this line right here, this is when the halving happens. The price action follows right behind it. Stock to flow indicated we would get to roughly 10,000 off the last cycle, and then 100,000 in this one. I think that's going to happen by the end of next year. It could go a lot higher, but I think that if it did, it would retrace and consolidate. So after every one of these cycles, you've seen it run up like crazy, and then you've also seen a massive retracement, almost down to 70, 80, 90% on each one. So this last one retraced, I think, about 85% from the top. I don't know if we're going to keep seeing that retracement, because we could be heading into, we will be heading into mass adoption, and that could heavily affect how the price retraces, if at all. I'm not saying it won't, but we could maybe see the run just continue to go. We don't know what this looks like on a global scale when everybody is buying and starting to use digital assets, and you're already seeing the narrative built for a move to a cashless society and everything like that. So, who knows what mass adoption is going to do to the price long term, but I think regulations will also have a very significant effect. So we'll see what happens. Next up, Ethereum. So it's hard to tell with Ethereum and any of the other projects, really, because we don't have any price history. There's no supply reduction programmed into it. There's no halving, stuff like that. So Bitcoin's price action just makes sense. It just continues to flow exactly how it should. But anyway, for Ethereum, I think Ethereum, you're going to see it hit $500 this fall. Towards the end of the year, I think we'll make an attempt for that new high as well, but I think we'll probably land somewhere around 900,000 bucks. You'll see that new high being made towards the middle of next year, around 2,000. But ultimately, while Bitcoin's running up to 100,000, I think Ethereum could easily get to about 10,000. Who knows? It could go higher than that. Whatever. I just think 10,000 is fair. Everything is built on top of Ethereum right now. The majority of projects are. The ecosystem is being built around Ethereum. And if they switch to proof of stake successfully, which would happen around August, this all would flow perfectly with a switch to proof of stake. So we'll see what happens there. All right, next up, XRP. So I know for a fact the majority of people will laugh at this, right? XRP. But yeah, I do think by the end of 2021 it could get to $100, and I think next year in the middle of the year, it'll be consolidating around $10 after a run up as well. I mean, we'll see what happens, but the way XRP is designed, in the partnerships and clients and everything that they've done in the ecosystem, they are solving a real world problem right now, and they know what their target market is, and they've done everything they can to come after it. So in my opinion, XRP is just going to completely fail or go to zero, or you're just going to see some astronomical numbers that you would have never expected. And trust me, I know how market cap works and all that. I know if it was at $100, it would be about 4.5 trillion market cap. And it would definitely pass Bitcoin if it was at 100,000. But I think during this next push, you will see XRP leap over Bitcoin. Personal opinion. To each their own, but I mean, everything that I've seen with XRP, I just don't, I don't see it failing, at least short term as well. Like, man, they're in position, and $100 is not far-fetched. $50 would not, bare minimum, $50. But anyway, 100 there, in my opinion. Let's take a look at Chainlink. Alright, so for Chainlink, I think Chainlink's about to break out and run right now. If you look at this chart, it's on the edge. It's ready to go. As soon as end of July, I think it's going to be $10. Personal opinion. And I think it can definitely finish the year around $30. And then by the end of 2021, like I said, who knows? It's just speculation, but I think $300 would not be far off for Chainlink at all. I think Chainlink is going to be this bull cycle, if you will. This cycle's Ethereum. It's come from nothing. Where were we at down here? Started at fell all the way down to 18 cents. Man, it would have been nice to be paying attention right there, right? But yeah, 18 cents all the way up to $5. 300 doesn't seem too far off for me. But we'll see what happens. All right, let's take a look at CoinMarketCap. All right, so just running through the list, projects that I think are going to have a lot of hype behind them. Now, keep in mind, if we're seeing a $50,000 Bitcoin, 75,000, 100,000, this market is going to be on fire. I don't know if you guys were around for the last couple bull runs in crypto, but it gets silly whenever Bitcoin's making new highs, and it will be the same thing this time around. Imagine how many people are going to be buying in at market when Bitcoin's at 50 grand. Anyway, so going down the list, not sure Bitcoin Cash will have any more hype. So Satoshi Vision, no. Litecoin, I don't know if anyone even cares about Litecoin anymore, but it will probably go up just because it's been around forever. Cardano is definitely going to have some hype, a lot of hype behind it. And Binance Coin will, Tezos for sure, Crypto.com, it might. I mentioned this exchange in a previous video, but I'm staying away from them. Just a quick note there. I had an XRP transaction get stuck trying to withdraw from their exchange. It was stuck pending for 18 hours. And we all know XRP doesn't take 18 hours to move. So I got the money off of that app, and I'll never touch it again, just so you guys know. I might make a video on that. But anyway, so Tezos definitely will. Chainlink for sure. Stellar, yep. Who else? Monero probably will, just because it's the only privacy coin that actually works, in my opinion. But it might get outlawed as well, but we'll see. Alright, VeChain, that's another one that's going to hype. I'm already seeing it has a big community. I see people talking about VeChain all the time. It gets mentioned over and over. And plus, it's only 1 penny. So, when new investors come into this industry, they look for the ones that they can buy the most of. That's just what they do. It happens over and over. I can get 1 million of these, and if it goes to $1, then I'm a millionaire. That's the thought process. So VeChain will definitely be one of those. Cosmos, yes. Compound will. Maker. Ontology as well as Neo. Tough to say, but I think so, yeah, because both of those are one of the few big China projects, and China is going to be a big player in this industry. Basic Attention, probably just because it's been around and it has a community. Kyber Network for sure is going to have some hype behind it. 0x will have some hype. Not sure about Digibyte. I think Synthetics, this one definitely will. OMG will. Theta for sure. I don't know if you guys have looked into the Theta, but they got a pretty cool little platform. It's basically like for streamers, like video game streamers. I think it was created by a co-founder of YouTube as well, something like that. There's a founder of YouTube that's involved with that project, and it's one of the new ones, so it's going to hype. Hedera Hashgraph most likely as well. Icon is a big project in South Korea, so I can see that one definitely getting back to at least where it was, which was $12 there for Icon. What else do we have? Algorand, that one probably has some pretty good price action. Ren, Engine Coin. A lot of these are just old. Waves, maybe. Quant. So, Quant is getting hyped up right now in a bear market. No one's paying attention. It's got this really limited supply, 12 million. So I think you're going to see some hype behind Quant. That one could definitely run. I might do a video on that one just so we can kind of do a deep dive and see what it actually is. Loopring, I think Loopring will be one of the more popular decentralized exchange tokens as well. Holochain had some hype a while back. I'm not sure if that will return, but it could. Alright. KuCoin, maybe. The exchange tokens usually do pretty well. BitTorrent, who knows about that one. Blockstack, this one might. This one's a registered security, I believe, in the United States. Maybe the only one. They had an actual registered ICO, and when I was in New York last summer, I actually saw advertisements for it. So that could be something that caused that to hype as well. Who knows? All right. The rest of this list, I don't really know. Decentraland's actually pretty cool. So to my understanding, it's a virtual reality like video game where you can own land and like build things. So I don't know. Something like that could definitely have some price action. It's just interesting idea that be able to go into this virtual world and here I own all this property, that building's mine, not for everybody, but I could see a select group of people being very into that kind of stuff. So you could see that with Decentraland. Alright, but that pretty much covers everything. I think I should definitely do a video down the road concerning each one of these projects that I talked about that could hype. So I'll definitely look into doing that. As always, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just my passion to share this information with as many people as I possibly can, because I don't want anybody to miss out. That's really why I'm here. This is basically the fourth industrial revolution. It's coming, and it's going to be digital finance. So, yep, please share with your friends and family, like, subscribe, all that, and stay tuned for the next one. Appreciate it.